If you haven't read the books Passive Aggressive Racism and 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, you're navigating a system you don't fully understand. They taught you everything except how the system actually operates against you and how to reclaim the mind it was built to control. You can't dismantle what you don't understand. You can't free a mind you never examine it. Passive Aggressive Racism and 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind. Get both books on Amazon today.
Now, remember I told you I was going to start covering a lot of these videos where they're telling you that they aren't making it. And for years, we've been saying that, you know, if they would get a hold of this economy, watch how things are going up when it was happening to us, right? And we was telling them we couldn't afford anything. This wouldn't be falling upon them. So this particular woman is making, with on paper, real good money. But she has a question for a lot of you. How are you actually making it?
How is everyone affording life? Real question. How are you guys doing it? Because my daycare costs the same as our mortgage, which is just wild to me. And I had a crash out earlier today just about how really expensive everything really truly is. And I just don't know how you guys are doing it. So I have a corporate 6-figure job. I should be able to afford life. We're not doing anything wrong. Just life is expensive. And I'm the breadwinner in my household.
So this woman is telling us that she has a corporate job. She's making a 6-figure salary, which a 6-figure salary today still puts you in the middle class. They just recently released a financial chart about what would be considered, you know, upper middle class, just middle class, lower middle class. And what she's talking about, she's just regular middle class. 6-figure salary anymore, you know, is not what it used to be due to inflation. But let's get to her situation. So she has a 6-figure salary, and she says she should be living a good life. Well, ma'am, let me tell you something that black people have endured. We have worked several jobs, sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, just to try to make it. And yes, we believe as well we should have a good life, but that's not been handed to us. Now, as black people, what we normally would do, we do an inventory of our lifestyle. And we look at, hey, what do I need versus what I want versus what's just a luxury. And when you can't afford anything, you cut out the luxuries. That goes real quick. You start cutting out the wants and start focusing just only on the needs. That's the problem with people today, is that you want to spend everything. I guarantee you, let me tell you, just to give you some game on something that I even do as of now. You could take your bank statement and put it into like one of the AIs and tell it, hey, give me a breakdown of everything that comes into my account and come out of my account. And I need to categorize about every particular merchant. I need to know how much I'm spending that month. And it will literally break it down for you, and you'll be shocked how much you're spending in certain places. You'll be shocked how much you spend in the restaurant, etc. See, the problem with a lot of Americans in general, but definitely the folks, is that you feel like, oh, I got a good job, I should be living a good life, right? And it's not like that no more. You have been literally put in the financial position that black Americans have been put into for years. And this is why we are, actually figuring this thing out and doing very well. In spite of the high gas prices, in spite of the high food costs, we are thriving. We are, because this is nothing for us. We're used to this. Let me tell you something. Every time America gets chaotic, we thrive. It's not that we like a chaotic lifestyle. It's just the fact is that we have been artificially put into financial chaos, sometimes physical chaos in our neighborhoods. So we know how to adapt, we know how to navigate, and we know how to thrive in the midst of the chaos. But a lot of you have never been in that kind of situation. And this is why, as you said, you're crashing out. That's why you're crashing out. You're crashing out because, as the other guy said, I was told just work hard and I can have everything handed to me. And that's that same kind of mentality. Well, I got this good job, I shouldn't be living this way. Who told you shouldn't be living anyway? You know what I'm saying? It's no guarantee if you have a quote unquote good life because you got a job. Let me tell you something about jobs. Jobs can come and go. Sometimes things happen on the job, but they have to cut back salaries and, or God forbid you lose your job. Trust me, it's happened to me several times. Where you go to work and they say, hey, today gonna be your last day because, we laying off, people in the company. We got to cut back pay. And unfortunately, it's just one of those things that happen, right? That can happen to you on any job. But it's not even about that. It's about the disruption of your comfortable life. Because one thing them folks prioritize is comfort. And if you're disrupting their comfort, that's an issue, and that is a major, major problem for them. Now, they'll try to go vote in the Democrats because they say, you know what, they value their comfort over a political party. But I'm telling them, you go put the Democrats in, and nothing's going to change. You're still going to feel the exact same way because the Democrats can't fix this issue for you. Because this issue was created decades ago and got perfected when they brought it to you. I've told many of you a long time ago, white America, is that they practice oppression on us first, perfect it with your support, and then after they perfect it, they bring it to you. That's really what it is. And now you're experiencing they're bringing it to you, and you're not liking it whatsoever. You're not liking the paycheck to paycheck. You're not liking you can't take vacation. You can't do anything. Or if you do it, you're making sacrifices and not paying your bills, or getting caught up on buy now, pay later programs, or charging everything to your credit card. That's debt. It doesn't go away. So you're not really doing anything that would be, I would say, of any help to yourself by doing any of that mess. Sometimes you just got to curb spend. Sometimes you can't take a vacation. Sometimes you just can't. You got to hold off and hold back. Sometimes. It is what it is. But we're going to keep covering this, ladies and gentlemen, because it on paper don't make sense why she's struggling, but she is. That's what she say she is happening. And us as black people, we make it with a whole lot less. A lot of us do. We work together. We know how to apply our funds, but they don't. That's why the crashing out with them continues. But we would definitely keep on checking in on these stories and reporting about their crash outs, because for years they told us pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, stop being lazy, stop being a victim, stop complaining, just go to work. And it's amazing how they don't tell each other that right now. It's